Yeah, well, as you said, this EU Council meeting, or the initial part of it at least, is wrapping up, and we've heard from the German Chancellor Angela Merkel this afternoon, in which she, I think, kind of sums up actually how the EU Council went in regards to Brexit. She said that she left last night's dinner neither more pessimistic nor more optimistic, and I think in many regards that does sum up the mood of this EU Council meeting, not least of all because, yes, you're right, there has been no substantive progress. That was the conclusion of the EU 27 last night. No new ideas from Theresa May, but everyone is committed to carrying on negotiating on the issue of Brexit. Now, there is potentially a little bit of progress this afternoon that could be quite significant. That is that the European Union, suggestions from Irish sources, could be open to this so-called backstop, which is meant to avoid a hard border in Northern Ireland, and at the moment is only meant to apply to Northern Ireland, could be UK-wide. Now, that could be a benefit or a win for Theresa May in these negotiations, though it is possible it'll not be received back in Britain by many as a win. So let's get the view on this and many others with Ben Glaze. He's the deputy political editor of the Mirror newspaper in the UK. First of all, if this is true that Theresa May has been able to get some type of guarantee on a UK-wide backstop, how much of a win is that for her? And how is it like to be received?
It would be a minor victory. This summit had been set up as a crucial moment. There was a lot of pressure on leaders, and particularly Theresa May, to come here and get some sort of an agreement. You know, the damp squib that we all feared this might turn into, it largely has. If she does get something out of the Irish, being able to take that back to the UK, she's got something to show when she addresses the House of Commons on Monday. A little bit of progress, but it's not really yet unlocked the talks. It's not broken that deadlock that's been so crucial, which has overshadowed the last few summits, really.
One of the things we also learned today, apparently, is that May is willing to extend the transition period. But again, that's gone down a bit like a cup of cold sick in London with Brexiteers.
It's the worst thing in the world she could have done, really. She's fighting on several fronts back home. The Remainers feel she's given too much away, and also trying to deny them the meaningful vote when there is a vote on any deal. But the Brexiteers, they're up in arms about this. It ties Britain, shackles Britain to Brussels for up to a year longer. Now, sources are telling us it might only be a few months, and the indication is that Britain needed to show some sort of compromise from its side. But so far it's not been enough, and it really does place her in an unenviable position amongst the hard right of the Conservatives and the DUP as well, on whose vote she relies in the Commons.
And just very finally, will there be a deal?
Not anytime soon, no.
Before the end of the year?
I'd be looking at January, potentially.
January. My word, January. Ben, don't do that to us. Thank you very much indeed. Ben Glaze there joining us. And Tessa, it's back to you in the studio.